Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. First trading day of the week, and no, not the first trading day of, Joey, when was the first? Was it Saturday or Friday? I should have done my video on the top monthly picks, but I'll do it this Friday. Sigh. I missed it by a week. So the 6 p.m. video on Friday will be the top monthly picks for the month of March. All right. Tonight will be the top weekly picks, like I do every Monday, for the U.S. and for Canada. All right. I'm waiting for the alert to hit. Looks like there's a lot of people who are here, can hear me loud and clear. Rogers in Arizona, Bill, Andrew, Glenn S. Spells Glenn with the right way with two N's. Way to go, Glenn S. SMCI is ripping. You know why, 5 Mile Mac? Did you see that SMCI and Decker Outdoors are going into the S&P 500? Big move for them. All right. So, again, adding stocks early to the list, that's fine. You know, for every 10 likes, we get a pick. For every 10 likes, so I've got 2 picks here. Don't put them in now. Y'all keep doing that. Nobody listens to me, especially Joey. Y'all are taking your cue from Joey. Joey doesn't listen to me. You guys don't listen to me. Yep. So they got into the S&P 500. That's why they're moving. The alert still hasn't hit yet. Still got, looks like 78. I don't think that's the right one. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm confused. Am I looking at this number right here, Joey? Oh my gosh. Joey's falling asleep. SMCI doesn't need a reason to rip. Glenn's message is getting out. It got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with me. I got into SMCI after hours Friday, just sold it right now. Nice move on SMCI. Good morning, Mr. Green Glenn. I got nothing. There, the alert is hit. All right, we got about 300 people in the room. Let's see if we can double that. Let's go see if we can double that. Right now, Joey's going to put the link in the room. Share it. I'm loving to see all of the new faces that show up today and on our live streams. That's great. From that perspective, Akshaya, the word is getting out that more and more people are hearing more about us. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Again, I want to see if we can get more, let's see if we can double it. Thank you, Joey, for sharing the link in the room. Share it, folks. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. SMCI will be about 57,000. What? I don't think they'll ever go that high. They will split before they go because nobody will be able to buy them. Danny R, nobody will be able to buy them. So they got to split before that. They would have to split before that. So we see got over 300 people. There we go. Just added to SMCI, a few others. I'm telling you, the stock, between Ryan and I, we've been talking about it. We've definitely been talking about it. I got this Chris stock. Can you check it? I'll check it. KR, where is it? KRYS. We'll keep that in mind. I mean, yeah, they will have stocks, but they have to. I've heard $3,000 for SMCI. Woo-wee. Peppy. Let's go put Peppy into the list. So I wish you guys would stop putting stocks in there. Stop putting stocks in there. All right, let's get into what's going on. A lot of green. And, something looks, very much that green is starting to overtake the yellow. I still think that the market is rising. It's got to come back down at some point. I don't know when, but something, I'm getting tired of talking about. Market's got to come down. We all know that it's got to, but AI, chip, tech, still moving the market high. That's where the majority of the money is going. Look at today, though. The market is down today. Overall, but we look at the VectorVest color guard, still a lot more. The green and the yellow are coming in hand. We still have one red bar in there on the buy to sell ratio on the BSR. Do you think SMCI will split this year? I think, Alfreda, that the way the stock is going, at some point in time, it's going to be too expensive for the, I don't want to say average, but many investors that would want to get into it. It's going to be too expensive at some point in time. I think that they might split this year. I think NVIDIA is going to split this year. These stocks have been on a tear. And At some point in time, they're going to have to. VRT is an SMC supplier for Sequid cooler servers. Part of VRT. Part of what SMCI and NVIDIA does, they have service. They do. Is the pullback in the room with us right now, Glenn? I don't know. I think, one day doesn't make a trend. The market is down today, but not by a lot. And, that's the way I look at it. SMCI split makes sense, 5-1. If SMCI split comes out, the stock should go up another 200 points. I don't disagree with that. With the way that the semis are carrying 5 Mile, with the way that the market is going and these stocks getting to be in way, way, way high up prices, if they want to keep more people involved, they will split. All right, Yusuf, I wrote that down. I'm not going to look at it just quite yet, but I will. Let's talk about why the market is doing what it's doing. So you know me, I always like to take a look at the news, and let's go into the web. Now, this is something that I've said on more than one occasion, and I think a lot of you think I'm a little crazy. But here's something came out yesterday, a few days ago. No Fed rate cuts in 2024. Wall Street economist warns investors. This is by William Watts. I don't know anything about him, but it says that I'm following him now. Rates are going to stay higher for longer. Now, the Fed said that. The Fed said that rates were going to be higher for longer. We're looking at all of the inflation news that comes out. It's a little warmer than anticipated on GDP, on CPI, on PCE, and everything else that's got 3 letters to it. All right. So with that being said, I put out there that maybe we don't get a Fed rate cut this year. But I also know that this is an election cycle. I do not think that we get the 3 Fed cuts, rate cuts, that the Fed said last year that spurred this rally. I said it when he first said it. I think he put his foot in his mouth when he said it. And I don't think we get to that point of 3 rate cuts this year. Now, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. MKTX. That's all I'm saying. NVIDIA split 21 around in 21 around 900. Bill believe is with him on that. Gold is going up. I'm not a fan of gold either yet. Not quite yet. It hasn't come to me, but gold is moving. We're going to talk a little bit about that, Mukesh. All right, we're going to talk about that as well. If the market is going down, why does the color guard recommend buying stocks? Ooh, Ron. So you do understand that as the market goes down, one day doesn't make a trend. When we're looking at our color guard and giving our guidance, the guidance is based off of those 3 indicators: the price of the composite, the buy to sell ratio, and the RT on the market. That's why it says that, Ron. Today is just one day. Now, even though the guidance is to buy stocks, I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to go back to the software. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go back to the software. I got to go to the home page. What's the guidance say? VectorVest advocates buying safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. But if you look at our nightly newsletter, we'll always say as long as the market is rising. The primary wave is up. The confirmed call is up. The MTI is not at a level where the market is looking for a top. Oh, they can't see it the way. That's all right. That's all right. What do I need to do? Joey, take me back to my regular homepage. That's where I probably need to go. Are you not even there? Let's go here. All right. Let's go here. So as I'm looking at our indicators, but in our nightly newsletter, we'll say things that's still okay to buy stocks as long as the market is rising. What is the market doing today? It's not rising. So Ron, does that make sense? All right. And you're right, Bill. The market, our color guard looks at a whole lot more than just today. It looks at 6 days worth of time, and based off the colors that we have in the top row of lights found on the color guard. So yes, that's why we're one tick into the green. One of the bars has a green. That means the price of the composite has risen on both the week over week and day over day basis, issuing a green light. RT says that the market is flat. The buy to sell ratio says we've got more buy recommendations in the software than sells. So Ron, I wanted to take a moment to answer that question for you. Does that make sense? Does that help to put things into perspective? Hopefully it does. All right, just let me know. Would you add to SMCI at this level or wait for lower? Now, Phyllis, I am of the mindset that I like that these stocks are rising. I would still be no more than a half position in any stock. So would I add to it? The answer to that is I probably would not add to it. The market is just rising and rising and running. I probably would not add to it. At some point in time, this market's going to come back. And I think that when it does pull back, it's going to pull back hard. So, Phyllis, does that make sense? VectorVest having trouble giving signals in this market because semi's pushing the market and VV looks at everything. Well, so from that perspective, where does your money go? Into the semis. But do you want to back up the truck and put all of your money in there? My answer is no. All right, because what goes up must come down. And all you greedy people, Phyllis, I'm including you in this, but in a good way. All you greedy people are going to want to add. And then at some point in time when it falls, it's going to fall so hard, you're going to miss out on the opportunity to close it. And we'll see. Akshaya says, Glenn, breaking news. Fed Bostic, 2 rate cuts this year. Still not at the 3, but we'll see. We'll see. He's one person, just like here. One person is talking about it as well. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on it. Here's SMC. These stocks are moving the most today. Supermicro, NVIDIA, Spirit Airlines, Acero, Macy's, Apple, Lee Auto, and Lyft. So let's go real quick. SMCI and Deckers will join the S&P 500. All right, so that's the big reason why they're moving. SMCI is up 18%. Deckers jumps 3.5%. NVIDIA rose after the chip giant closed Friday with a market cap above $2 trillion. You know, they're the number 3 company right now, the first chip company above $1 trillion. All right, Dow Jones market faster than Apple and Microsoft. Man, and Microsoft and Apple are the top 2. All right, Microsoft 1, Apple 2, NVIDIA number 3. I asked the question last week. Does anybody think that NVIDIA is going to bypass Apple? I think that NVIDIA, the way they're going, will be able to bypass both Apple and Microsoft. We'll see. Any idea when these stocks may fall back? Now, Panas, if I could tell you that, I wouldn't be here. All I'm telling you is just be prepared for it. I don't know exactly when. 5 Mile says SMCI will get crushed hard when the correction comes. And I'm a big believer of that. I think that the stocks that are making the biggest moves right now are going to be the stocks that take the biggest hit when it happens, because everybody's going to be taking their profits then. This is why I answered Phyllis's question that way. I wouldn't add. I would sit back. I'm making money. Don't be too greedy. Don't be too greedy, and just take the profits as they come. All right. Taiwan Semi rose to a record high in Taipei, according to Bloomberg, jumping 5%. U.S. listed shares of Taiwan, the world's largest third-party chip manufacturer. Spirit Airlines and JetBlue, their merger agreement was terminated. All right, this was back from 2022. A merger of the two would have created the 5th largest U.S. airline. Acero Therapeutics, 19% up after the company released positive results for that word, a liver disease treatment. Macy's up 16% after they got raised, after they raised their offer to buy Macy's. So Macy's isn't a buyout, but they're not finding the right company to do it. And Arcos Management and Brigade Company said they raised their offer to buy it by almost $1 billion. Macy's going to have to take a hard look at that as a possibility of being bought out. Big news, Apple got hit by a fine of nearly $2 billion for breaking the block's rules on music streaming. Apple said it has appealed the decision. So Apple didn't let people know that they could, other ways to sign up for the Apple services, and they got hit $2 billion. That's a lot of money, even for somebody who's got over $2 trillion worth of market cap. That's still that's big. Bostic is not one man. This guy is the most hawkish in the Fed. All right, fine. Again, Akshay, all we're going to be able to do is see what happens. I've given my insight in regards to cuts this year. Akshay, no matter how hawkish or dovish you are, the economy does not need the price cuts. They don't need it. And from that perspective, just on paper, I can't see if they even do the one, that's about it. And he can say what he's got to say. Just like, remember when the Fed said what they said about, inflation, and what happened? They got caught out there. All right. So on one cut max, in my opinion, the economy does not need rate cuts. And if they start cutting, they're going to add to inflation. Now, I don't think there's anybody in the room that would disagree with that. And Bill is right. What Powell says goes. I don't care what one person says. They can say what they want to say. All right, they can say what they want to say. I can't see no more than one cut this year, and only that reason for the one cut is because we're in an election cycle. Other than that, I don't see it. I don't see it. Market prediction is a second coming of, oh my gosh, I'm not getting into that. All right, so Ron says, I'm 25% into the market. Do I buy more? The choice is yours. The choice is yours, but something tells me, Ron, you're making money, and you've made some money. I would rather to watch you guys be profitable and not be greedy. All right. What else is in here? Lee declined 12%. The Chinese electric vehicle maker on Friday unveiled the Mega. The car is going to be coming out at $77,000. The only other company I think that's in the space that brings out cars more expensive is Lucid. Kathy says, does your commentary apply equally to the Canadian TSE, which is VectorVest reports different color guards? No, they don't. And I don't look, you're right, I don't look a lot at the Canadian market, but the Canadian market, one, has considerably a lot less shares, companies that we track, number one. But number two, the Canadian market is a different animal in that it is a resource-rich market, whether it's gold, whether it's oil, or things like that. That's primarily what makes up the Canadian market. So my commentary is a little different for the Canadian market than it is for the American market. Define greedy. Greedy is when you made some money, you made a lot of money, and you just keep on going, and you just keep on going, and you keep thinking that the market's going to go up forever, and you just keep adding to it. And then when the rug gets pulled out, you get stomped. All right. So I guess, Janice, that's my definition of greedy. Let me ask this question. How many of you guys this year, because of what's going on in the market, have made life-changing money? Type of 1. How many of you have made darn good money? Type of 2. How many of you are just hanging on? Type of 3. All right. Type of 1 if you've made life-changing money this year. Type of 2 if you've made really good money this year. Type of 3 if you're just hanging on. Now, I like what I see. A lot of people have made really good money. Really good money. A few of you have made life-changing money. I see 1 or 2 that have just been hanging on. For those people who have just been hanging on, I asked that question, or I'm going to address that. Out of those people who are typing 3, Andre, 4 doesn't count. How many out of you guys that are typing 3 have been paying attention to the channel? Type a yes. How many of you who've been typing 3 have been paying attention to the channel? Type a yes. All right. If you really haven't, or you were nervous about taking any of the stuff that we talked about on the channel, type a no, because there's a lot of you out there as well. There's a lot of people out there that's still getting to learn about what VectorVest is all about, and you still haven't pulled the trigger on some of the stuff that we've talked about. All right. What stocks are you in if you're typing 3? That's another good question. All right. Now, Bill says we all watch. You all don't watch, because a lot of you are here just for the live streams. Between Ryan and I, we put a lot of great content outside of the live streams. We do. All right. What is a good sell strategy for SMCI? We'll take a look at that. I like that. And I've put up, we've talked about selling stocks like SMCI and NVIDIA in some of the live streams, whether it's been on the mobile app. This last Friday on the mobile app, we spent all that time talking about the stocks you own and how to manage those. All right. That's another different live stream, but we used the mobile app to do just that this past Friday. I've done videos where we've talked about how do you manage these high-flying these high-flying stocks. Jeff says, I'm here for the entertainment value. I love that. I love that. All right. So for all of those people, you know, I might do that again today. For all those people who are saying number 3, that they're just hanging on, we'll talk about that. All right, real quick, let's go through the rest of my stories real quick. NVIDIA and other AI field tech stocks are heading for a magnificent exuberance bubble. What is my other bubble? The irrational exuberance. This is a different take. And I think that magnificent exuberance bodes better than irrational exuberance, especially when it comes down to the AI and tech stocks. All right. So Glenn, what's going on with Google? Didn't they have a faux pas with their AI dude? What was his name? I forgot what the AI guy's name, but they had a faux pas with that, and I don't think people liked it. I don't think that people liked it. I forgot what the name was. I don't know. But that's the way I'm going to answer that. They had anybody going to put the name of the AI? It's got a name. And it was not, it wasn't Sam Altman. That wasn't it. Mike says way too many stocks to pick to know the good ones. Lots of losers mixed in, just to be honest. And you know something, Mike, I don't disagree with you, but when we give out fish, we give out a lot of fish. I always invite you, Gemini, thank you, 5 Mile. I always invite you guys to put stops in place that fit your investment style. I don't care how hot a stock is, whether it's SMCI, NVIDIA, AMD, all of these stocks, TSM, ASML, all of these stocks. I always invite you to make sure that you put stops that fit the way that you invest in the market. All right, so who just said that? Mike. I'm going to answer that question that way. Dr. Rich, Dre Rich says, so don't buy NVIDIA, SMCI. If you're already in it, fine. Now, if you take them now, I'm going to tell you that it's an aggressive play because these stocks have gone up a lot, Dre Rich. That's how I'm going to answer that question. All right. So let me keep moving. Next one, Ford. Ford U.S. auto sales rise 10% in 1 month on SUV and what? Hybrid demand. Remember last year I did a story, I think it was on Toyota or Honda. They were starting to put more emphasis on their hybrids. And one of the things I said is, I wonder how many of the other big companies were going to follow. Since then, more and more emphasis is being put on the hybrid demand. And I think this, earlier this year with the issue in Iowa with Tesla vehicles, more and more people are moving over to looking into hybrids. All right. Do you anticipate SMCI splitting anytime soon? G Money, I think they will split. When? I don't know. When? I don't know. But again, as these companies' prices are going higher and higher outside of the realm of many investors, they're going to have to split. All right. I'm keeping it moving. Coinbase stock jumps. Crypto frenzy is fueling the rally. Where is Bitcoin at? Is it up to 62? I think it's up to 62. 62,000 coin. All of the miners are on board. Look at that. MSTR almost 20% today. Coin up another 8%. Riot is down. Mara, I think, has always been the better play when it comes to miners. All right, when it comes to miners. 67, thank you, Jazz. Damn, even higher than crypto's on the rise. It's going to take all these ancillaries, especially the miners, up there as well. Big time. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin, never have been. Boeing confirms talks with Spirit Aerosystems as it aims to improve quality. So Boeing, that could be a big spot for Boeing going after another airline to help to get people back on board with them, especially after the issues that are happening with their doors. All right, Mara isn't following. I got you. 67,800. Goodness gracious. All right, it's just. Do what Amir says. Do you know why coin is going up? I just answered that question. It's still because of Bitcoin, Amir. It's still because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pulling up all of the crypto stuff. All right, that's good news. And last one, earnings whisper. Here's all of the companies that are reporting this week. I made a list of the big ones, so we're going to take a look at that. Let's get into the software. Where am I? Sorry. No. Oh, there we go. I missed it. There we go. Let's get into the software. First place I always start off is at the market. Market timing graph is sitting at a new 3-month high. All right. And this is the reason why I asked the question. Can this market keep going higher? And not only that, the higher it goes, the harder the pullback will be. All right. The harder the pullback will be. PANW. I'll take a look at that. Palo Alto, PANW. ERJ. I'll put that there. What about MGD? Remember, I get one stock for you guys for every 10 likes. For every 10 likes. What are we up to as far as likes are concerned? 91. I can take 9 stocks right now. So as you keep giving me those, again, giving me these stocks, it's one stock for every 10 likes. One stock for every 10 likes. Why are you guys, fine, you keep taking away from me to be able to keep going forward. Gosh, stop typing in your stocks. I'm going to start yelling at the room. Dre Rich, I already got it. Don't spam me. I got you. I'm watching them as they come up. All right, I'm watching them. Don't spam me, because then you're going to make me put it in twice. AVGO reports this week, don't they? AVGO reports this week. I would keep my eye on that. Alar is a stock that I like. I turned you on to that. That's a stock. That's a winner. I've turned you on to that. So, and that was a stock that came up as, wow, we never heard that. No, I'm not going to put anybody in timeout. I'm going to stop writing them down because I don't have enough likes to go look at all of these stocks just quite yet. So, that's what the market looks like. These bars have been getting smaller. Friday's bar was a nice, bigger bar than a lot of the other bars back here. But as we keep getting higher and higher, notice that the bars are getting smaller. EVGO reports this week as well. Yes, they do. I have 30 shares of AVGO Broadcom. I like this stock. I don't know if I did write it down. We'll see how many likes we get. All right, let's go to the viewers. Let's go see where we stand. Mixed market today. Big mover, the VIX. People are getting fearful in the market. Watch that. People are getting fearful in the market. It's not at 20. When we get a VIX value of 20 as far as price, that's when we know the poop has hit the fan and everybody's scared. Right now, people are still less fearful, but a rise in the VIX today. All right. Big news stocks. These are the stocks that I did look at the stories on. They're all here. It's 18 stocks altogether. Let's sort this by percent price changes. Big winner, SMCI. SMCI, and what was the Decker Outdoors? Up about 2.5%. These are the two stocks that are going on to the S&P 500. All right, both of them are up today. Notice that, again, with all of these moves, there's more stocks on the database that are overvalued than not. CrowdStrike earnings tomorrow, yes, and Ryan did a great video. It's got over 3,000 views. You need to go check it out in regards to the preview for the CrowdStrike earnings report. All right, so Ryan did a video last week about it. Go check it out. This is what I mean. We have a lot of people here in our live streams, but you guys got to support the channel itself. Between Ryan and I, we put out a lot of great content. Macy's in the buyout process. Acro, that stock, the drug stock, up another 13% today. What's at the bottom of the list, though? Lee, I'm not a big fan of EVs right now, even to include Tesla. Riot, notice that Mara normally does better than Riot, but both of them are down today. Where's Coin? Coin is up today, 8.2%, but the miners are not following behind, but Coin is moving up. NVIDIA is just kicking butt, taking names. Apple, big fine, down 2.79%. Microsoft, there was a story on Microsoft, forgot what the story was, but it's up 0.2% today. So these are all of the stocks that we looked at from the stories in the news and where they all stand. Now, question was, do I add to SMCI? Let's go find out. All right, go to 3-month graph, and I'm going to use this also for all of the people that typed a 3 in the room, because I got a great comment of, there's a lot of stocks out there. Some of them are losing stocks. It's hard to tell. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you fish. This is outside of what I was going to do. Would I add to, now the question is, would I add to SMCI 12 cents above the high? The stock is hitting a new 3-month high, big bar, trading at session highs, not a lot of pullback. If you want to take on more, I wouldn't suggest it. But if you want to take on more, again, on a day like today where the stock is definitely trading at its session highs, I'd look at 12 cents higher than the high. All right, number one. Number two, for those people who type 3, I'm going to do something for you. I created a search. It's called MPI Enhanced. I'm going to call it 2. Everybody's got MPI Enhanced. I did something a little different to make sure that the 5-day moving average of RT was higher than it was 3 days ago, and that the 5-day moving average of the stop price was higher than it was 3 days ago. Well, 3 days ago. The reason why I did this, I wanted to find the stocks where both the RT moving average were crossing and the stop moving averages were crossing. All right. So it's MPI enhanced, except for my addition was that the 5-day moving average of the stop price was higher than the 40-day moving average of the stop price, but 3 days ago it was not. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? I know I just said a lot of words, but does for the most part, does everybody understand what I just said? Yes or no? All right. I took the enhanced, which was just looking at the 5-day moving average of RT higher than it was 3 days ago, but put the addition of the RT, so they were both doing it at the same time. All right, I'm going to look at these stocks real quick. All right, how the heck did I make it? It's magic, Linda. It's magic. So when I go look at this, right, on the MPI, I got the cross on RT and I got the cross on the stop price. Now, notice as I ran it, only 2 stocks met the criteria. I think that this is important for those people who are typing 3 in the room to find the MPI when both are crossing at the same time. Now, would I buy? Now, based upon what I said, stock is a buy. Would I buy it today? No. Why? Because it's a down day. But you know something? This stock would stay on my watch list. Next one, look at this. Both have crossed. I wouldn't buy this yet, but this stock would stay on my watch list. Only 2 stocks, and when I ran it today, only 2 stocks met that criteria where both were crossing at the same time. All right? Do you see the value in that search? Yes or no? All right? Do you guys see the value in that search? Yes or no? All right? Very interesting to be able to find when both. A lot of you are liking the MPI. All right. So why not go the step further to find when both moving averages, both on RT and on the stop, are crossing at the same time? And again, Linda, I had to make an indicator. See this stock 5-day moving average of the stop price? I had to make that. Now, let me show you. Go to tools, go to custom field builder in the top. I had to make the star. Let's go fields, price, stop price. Okay. Add a moving average, 5-day. That's how I created that 5-day moving average of stop price. I know, Neil, I am talking a lot. I may have to do a video walking through this. I'll think about it. But Linda, I had to create that so that I could use it in the search criteria. All right. Linda, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to close out of that. All right. So that's the biggest thing is I had to create that. Time of search, it's greater than, and then 3 days ago, the 5-day moving average of stop was lower than the 40-day. All right, so SMCI will be added to 318, so more upside. Listen, I just talked to you in regards to SMCI. Should you buy more? All right, should I buy more? And actually I'm going to see if I can get the product support staff to help you out with that. Neil, in regards to building what I just built. All right, so with that being said, that was a little bit off the path, but I think that is a great, since you like the MPI, why not both indicators happening at the same time? Glenn, which subscription level do you need to do your MA search? You can have real time, you can have any of them, but in order to do moving averages, you have to have something called Pro Trader to add moving averages to your search. All right. So that was just real quick. Let's go to the earnings this week. I created a watch list of the biggest names that were out there. I want to sort this by CI. Now, the reason why I'm sorting by CI is because I want to find the stocks prior to earnings that tend to go up more than they go down. They're not resilient to big pullbacks. So stocks that I like from the earnings perspective will sit here. Also, I will sort by relative safety to see which stocks consistently make money. I noticed that CrowdStrike's got an RS above 1. AVGO is the best stock on the list with RS above 1. Now, I think that all of the stocks that have a relative safety above 1 will beat earnings. What's going to be the biggest prohibitor if these go down is going to be guidance. Can you list search precaution? You got to help me out with what you're asking me. Tesla is skydiving today. I'm not a big fan of Tesla. I need Mr. Musk to get off the bandwagon of trying to compete against Boyd. As soon as they do that, then I think he'll be back in line again. Intel, Intel's been around, and Intel is doing the right things by jumping in collaborations. Intel's got a collaboration going on with NVIDIA. I think a lot of companies that are doing that, getting on board with NVIDIA, are going to have a great opportunity to go up in price. BBAI, has that got earnings? Let's go see. Does that have earnings? I don't have earnings for this week for BBAI. I don't have it. How can I set up the MPI graph charts? Mukesh, you don't need to. Once you go to a graph, it is one of the setups that are there. If you go to graph layouts, you'll notice that the MPI is, what am I in? Oh, I'm in the market timing graph. Let's go look at a stock. Let's go look at Tesla, TSLA. You pull up any stock. The first thing I do is look at a 3-month graph. But go to graph layouts. There it is. The near perfect indicator is already there as a graph layout. You can look at any stock. For those people who type number 3 about making money this year, MPI graph is a great way to take a look at what's going on. Amir, you look very nice today, Uncle Glenn. I've got a meeting this evening of which I needed to dress up in a suit. Glenn, any consideration given when a particular stock starts to make a big impact on weighted average, e.g. SMCI move? Is there any consideration given? I'm looking, no. When we're looking at all of the stocks that we track, that's what the color guard is designed to do. Not about a weighting, it's about what's moving. And the answer to your question is no. All right, that's the best way I'm going to answer it. Glenn, is there an NPI but for the downside for shorters? Well, how about this? Why not, if we go back to the Unisearch, go back to the MPI, and let's go to the regular one-day cross. All right. Instead of, I can say that the 5-day MTI is lower, but 3 days ago it was higher. Does that make, that it was higher? Sigh. I just made it for the downside. Do you see that, Richard? I just made it for the downside. Now let's run the search. So now, right now, the 5-day moving average of RT is lower. And look at these. Look at this. Look at this right there. They are going down. So you want to find an MPI for the downside? Bingo. There you go, Richard. Just like that, I can change these around to make it for the downside. If we go graph these, I bet you these are all getting their butts kicked. And I watch this. Boom. There it is on RT. Went down. Notice a lot of these stocks were already up. This is why I'm trying to tell you. These stocks that have made the biggest moves to the upside when the market goes down, these are going to be good stocks to keep your eyes on. So did that make sense in answering your question? All of these have the RTs just crossing below. Look at the moves of these over the last 3 months or so. This is the reason why I don't want you guys to get caught out there. All right, let's go. And that's why I'm saying either you're going to not add to your current positions or you should already be in half positions. Couldn't see the adjustment with the comment screen. Oh, dang it. Should have. All right, hold off on that, Cameron. We'll see if I can try to get back to it. Greg said the same one too. Remove the. All right, that was my fault. And Joey wasn't in the background, like he's probably sleeping to help me out. Because that's what Joey does. So with that being said, let's get. I guess it's time to really. Well, let me give you some fish. Now Joey takes the mouse. Now I don't need him to be here. He takes the mouse. 1 day. Let's go look at the 1 day optionables. All right. This is fish for you. These are the RTs just crossed above and they're moving up today. I'm giving you 5 fish. All right. Understanding that a lot of these are not going to be fundamentally sound, that these are going to be shorter term plays. All right. From a technical standpoint, but they're moving up. MPI enhanced, which is looking at CI playing a role. CI plays a big role in the enhanced. These CIs are above 1. I've given you five more. SkyWest is in here, CEIX, stocks that you may or may not know about. And that's the reason why I love giving you guys these fish, is because a lot of these stocks you don't even know about. But I'm utilizing powers within the VectorVest software to bring some fish to your attention. Notice that all of these have relative values above 1. So these are all growth stocks. With high CIs. Write them down. Take a picture, whatever it is. All right. It's about time to get Fabrinet is legit. Again, I found it by way of the MPI. All right. You know, I'm not trying to recreate the wheel when I give you plays to look at. Now, for all of you guys who type number 3 as far as making money, I want to show you something. Let's graph these. All right, let's graph these because the statement came up that a lot of losers are part of the deal. All right, so I'm liking using the MPI for all you guys, again, that type the 3 who are not making money. Do I like this play? I want to show you something. What's the stock doing? It's going up. What else is going on? I'd like to see it break out of that wedge. I've got trend and I've got trigger, but let's see it break out of that wedge. I like Fabrinet. Look at that hammer. Boom. I would like to see it take out the 3-month high. All right. Again, I'm helping the people who typed in a 3. I like the fadation of the gap. I like the hammer. I like the trigger. I like the trend. I'd like to see it go above that, 12 cents above that high. This is sitting at a high. Again, for all you guys that have the 3s, new 3-month high, broke out of a channel. I got trigger. I got trend. I'm all right with that. 12 cents higher than the high. Quick, same scenario. I got trend. I got trigger. 5 cents higher than the high. Never came back down to fade the gap. All right. This one, I got trigger, but no trend and a downtrend. I'd probably stay away from that one. For everybody who typed the 3 when I asked about the type of money you were making, does that make sense in locating fish for you better? Yes or no? For all of the people who typed the 3 in the room in regards to what kind of money they were making this year, 3 said they were just hanging on. Did that short little presentation help you in looking at the fish that we give in accordance to you buying them? Akshaya, have you not been watching? I gave you fish here. I gave you fish here. I gave you 10 fish. What are you asking, Akshaya? What are you asking? All right. And I just gave 10 fish. And then we looked at the big news stocks and we looked at some of those. What more do you want, Akshaya? All right. Now, with that being said, we were talking about Let's go to Wednesday. No, what do I have on trending Thursdays? I got something. What am I in? Viewers? Where's trending Thursday? All right, not that one. Trending Thursday, new format. Oil and gas. Let's go see what's going on with my stocks there. Oil and gas. Boil is up. Goodness gracious. All right, let's go take a look at gold stocks. I've got a watch list. It's more so I show these on Trending Thursday. Wow, gold is moving. Goodness gracious. Harmony Gold is kicking it. Let's do this. Let's go look at the whole watch list, view the watch list average. Am I bullish? Looking at this, are you really bullish on gold yet? Yes or no? I see the big moves from Friday and today. Are you warm and fuzzy about gold yet? Yes or no? All right. Are you warm and fuzzy about gold yet? Yes or no? That's more than just one day worth of looking, or even two. Are you warm and fuzzy about gold? And I made mention that not yet. Let it come to me. I've got really good stocks in that watch list that track gold, whether it's a miners or the gold. I'm not warm and fuzzy yet. Not yet. But if I'm using the MPI, looking at the trend and the trigger, that will let me know. And I love this. I love that I can take any industry, put it on an MPI graph to give a real understanding, not just what everybody in the news is talking about, but give a real understanding of what's going on, whether it's, and let's go back to oil real quick. Oil and energy. Now, granted, I don't have everything, but I got enough. Let's go look at its watch list. Same scenario. I do have trigger on it, though. I've got trigger on it, though, but I don't have trend. And I do see I'd be a little bit more optimistic with oil and energy. Look at that nice upward move. I'd be a little more optimistic about oil and energy than I am about gold. All right. So there we go. I just wanted to put that out there. Now you want to talk about uranium, UEC. Let's go see how many likes I got. How many stocks can I make? 13. I can do 13 stocks. All right, I can do 13 stocks. Let's go look at your picks. All right, let's go look at your picks. Refreshing the data. Let's go empty that from last week. What the flying flip? Empty the watch list? Yes. All right, I got 13 stocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's what I got. BAI, comma F cell, comma Sund. Something tells me you want it sound. Okay. Comma KRYS, comma Peppy. Peppy the Pew. Ooh, I don't have Peppy. Ooh, somebody said Peppy. I don't have Peppy. I'm going to take that off the list because I ain't got Peppy unless you give me a better stock. VRT, comma INSG, okay, comma NKTX. Man, my handwriting is terrible. PANW, comma ERJ. Y'all gonna keep putting stocks in. I don't know why y'all doing that. You know this is based off of likes. So y'all keep thinking. Y'all keep on going. QQQ. I'll take one extra one. I'll take one extra one. I'll put in the UEC. That should give me 13 stocks. That was based upon the likes. All right. I got 13 stocks. Let me see if that's changed. I can put 14. So, let's go up top of the list. Let's go down. UEC, I put SSH. It's not good. So go to the next one on that list. NUGT. NUGT. All right. That gives me 14 stocks. All right. Based on the likes. Yep. All right. Let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at them now. Elf was Elf. Actually, I should have gone down on my list. Not going up there. Psy. And so since I did that, that was next on my list was Caterpillar. Psy. All right. So I still gave you a couple extra. We got 16 stocks and we got 140. Somebody took away a like. Dang. Somebody said, you didn't look at my stock. I'm taking off a like. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to do this the best way that I can. All right. Let's go see. It's funny. Let's go see if there's any stocks, my portfolios. Let's go to midday market. It's not midday market. It is midday market. Let me see what your portfolio. Wow, look at you guys. 3.32%. Kicking it. I like that. All right, let's go see if we can add any other stocks to here. Let's go back to the viewers. Let's go put these all into graphs. Do the stock graph. Let's move this over and go back to portfolios. All right, let's go see what other stocks you want to put into your VRT. Yes or no? Remember, CLS wasn't even written on my list. Prakash. All right. Well, I still got other stocks to go down the list. Your stock didn't make it. All right. So remember, type in the symbol. There you go. Type in the symbol and tell me yes or no. Be careful. Watch the little bit of indecision today. I know it's hitting a 3-month high. I like the trigger. I like the trend. But keep your eyes on that. We'll see. VRT. I got yes, yes, yes. I got more yeses than no's. All right. Let's go put VR. Let's go. Stop touching, Joey. Let's go put VRT in here. VRT. Get the price. $1,000. Apply. Okay. VRT is in there. All right. Let's go see next stock. Wow. Caterpillar. Yes or no? Love the trend on this. Caterpillar. Yes or no? It's been breaking out for a year straight, says 5 Mile. I like Caterpillar. That's a 3-month high, 6-month high, 1-year high, 5-year high. Ooh, but the stock just keeps on moving. All right, everybody's saying yes to Caterpillar. All right, let's make it happen. Caterpillar, add, CAT, see you real soon. It's forget it. If I got to say it again, it ain't going to be funny. 1,000. Apply. Okay. And CAT is added to the portfolio. Let's go to the next one. ELF. Ooh. As much as I like ELF, I will never tell you to buy it on a down day. I'm not taking it today. All right. I love the graph. Bottom left, top right. If it looked like this today, I would have taken it. But I'm not going to take ELF on a down day. All right. If anything, put it into your watch list. I'm also watching RT fall. It's still not below, but we've had good trend. It's been a buy the whole time. I would wait for a better day than to buy it today. All right. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, Palo Alto. No. I like the retracement after the gap, the fade to gap, but man, I got no trigger and I'm about to lose trend. I say no on Palo Alto. I'm watching the no's coming. All right. I'm choosing no. All right. That's all I was going to say. That's fine. I'll move to the next stock. Next stock. Woo, Chris. Now, someone said that, they're in the stock. That's fine. Let me help you. If you're already in the stock, I'm going to give you a solid line in the sand. I'm not going to buy it today, but I'm going to give you a solid line in the sand of 157.08 if you're already in it. Why? Because that was the gap level. All right. It almost faded the gap end of day here. But if you're already in it, I have trigger, I've got trend. I'm going to tell you, leave it alone. Down day today, I'm not going to buy because it's a down day. But one day doesn't make a trend. Down day today, I'm giving, who told me about Chris? Who said they were in it? Just type of me in the room. If you're owning it, if you hold it, I've got a solid land in this, I've got a solid line in the sand at 157.08. All right. Can see the top of the graph. You're looking at the top of the graph. That's the top of the graph. All right. If I'm looking to get into it, I'm looking at this level of 170.42. Ooh, something just, that's another stock. All right. So, Chris, no. All right. Let's go to the next stock. NKTX. What say you? I got a lot of buying pressure right here. Even though there's a full candle, which means that the price right now, it's solid. The price is lower than the open, but it did gap up. I don't know. I got trigger, I got trend. I'd rather buy on an open candle. Hassan says yes. Anybody else want to say yes with him? I say no. I let the stock come to me. You know, if I'm looking for an opportunity to get in, I'm looking at 5 cents higher than the high. I'm looking at 5 cents higher than the high. All right. I say no. Joey, can you help me out here? More people saying no than yes. It's not a lot of people chiming in. It's not, a lot of y'all are leaving. Sigh. A lot of y'all are leaving because I'm not looking at your stock. Negative earnings per share. Ooh, but it's a drug company. That's not to be unexpected. It is a drug company. You put earnings on, but you know something? Maybe negative earnings. I see it, Joey. But higher than it was 3 months ago. Which means they're doing something in the right direction. I'm going to say no. All right. Let's go to the next one. Take earnings off. BBAI. Wick, big Wick. What say you? Man, there's a lot of selling pressure, a lot of profit taking on Friday. I don't like the parabolic move. I'm going to say no. I'm seeing a lot more people say no. I'm not putting any new stocks. I've already got the stocks that I can put in for today based upon the likes. All right. ERJ. Look at this. We got the first trigger. As I say yes to this. That's a 3-month graph, 6-month graph, 1 year. It's at a 1-year high, but the space is aerospace and defense. What say you about ERJ? Yes or no? I'm with yes on that. I am on yes. All right. A lot of y'all are saying yes. All right. Let's go put it into the portfolio. ERJ. Get the price. $1,000. Apply. Boom. All right. Ooh. There we go. We got it in there. All right. We got to get going because Joey's going to complain about his tea time soon that he hit Spotify. Oof. That's a beautiful looking graph. It's hard to say no to that. Spotify, yes and no. Earnings per share, positive, and leveling out. I say yes on Spotify. Just, it's in the space of the AI space. I say yes to Spotify. You guys are saying yes too. We don't own it, do we? No, we do not. Let's go add a trade. Spotify. Get the price. $1,000. Apply. Yep. That's a good little pick right there. We'll see what happens with it. And before I go, I will let you know what the stops are in place. So all you guys that said 3, that you're not making money, I'm giving you fish. Well, we're also looking at stocks that the channel has talked about. I'm putting the ones that I like into a portfolio so we can track them, but I'm also going to show you what the stops are. All right. NGD. We weren't feeling warm and fuzzy about gold. I'm looking at earnings per share falling. I do like the move. I got trigger. No trend. How many of you feel warm and fuzzy enough to take this? How many of you, so I'm going to go off the, ooh. How many of you feel warm and fuzzy enough to take this? So yes or no on this? Yes or no on this? I got more no's than I have yes. I'm not warm and fuzzy about gold, but this is something I would keep in my portfolio. Now, for those of you who are like, man, forget you, Glenn, I'm going to take this. All right. If that's the case, I'm going to give you a buy-in price of about $1.45. I'm going to give you a buy-in price of about $1.45. All right. That's you more aggressive folks. I'm not warm and fuzzy about gold. I do like the move. So if you want to be a little greedy about it, and that's fine, I'm giving you a buy-in price of $1.45, which is 5 cents higher than this high. All right. Let's go to the next one. QQQ. I love the move. Down day. I'm not taking it. All right. This is something I would put into my watch list and wait for a better day. All right. I would wait for a better day, but definitely moving bottom left, top right. We got trigger. We got trigger. Last time we had trigger, we had a nice little move. We already had trend. We got trigger. I would wait for a green day. I would wait for a green day. So I'm not taking that. I will never take a stock for you guys to buy on a down day. All right. So let's go to the next one. ISNG. A little bit more of a volatile stock. We got trend and trigger. What say you? This is where I would think about it on the end of day graph. About 5 cents higher in the high. I would think about 378. We're 40 cents away from that. I'd wait for 378. What do you think? What do you guys think? I say no, but let's go see what the consensus is. I got more no's than yes. Okay, let's go to the next one. Nugget. Again, same scenario. Not warm and fuzzy about Nugget yet, about gold. Let's go to freehand line. I'll use this. I'll use that. It did break through the downtrend. I don't have trigger or trend. I don't have trigger or trend. At new, you want everything aggressive, don't you? All right. At new, I'm going to hook you up. I like that swing high. I'd look at 12 cents higher than that high before I buy it at new. That's what I'd look for. All right. But I got more no's than anything, so I'm not taking it. But at new, I'm looking at you. I'm going to try to help you out. All right. Next one. UEC. Something's going on with uranium. And I keep saying I need to find out and find out. I still haven't done it yet. Look at this level of resistance that I drew from this last gap. Look at where this stock went today. Right to that level of resistance of 717 and pulled back. I'm not taking uranium right now. I'm not taking uranium right now. Right to a level, and this is pre-put on there, so I must have looked at this before. There's a level of a gap. I use it as a level of support here that it broke down. I'm using it as a level of resistance right now. I'm with you, Bill. It is kind of puzzling. I don't know what's going on with uranium right now. All right, but I wouldn't take that. Same thing with Soundhound. Love the move. I don't like that it faded its gap. It's got some more downside. That was one of the stocks I don't want you to get greedy on. It faded the gap. That would have been right about here. Look at that, which happened today. I'd take my profits off that. I would take my profits off of that. I wouldn't take it right now. I wouldn't take it right now. Glenn, 1 week. What is that for, Neil? You study, you okay? Okay. I'm not taking that. And the last stock on the list is F-Cell, Fuel Cell. Nope, I'm not taking this yet either. A little consolidation. I've got no trend and I've got no trigger. I'm not taking F-Cell. All right. Now I want to show you something. As I put this back on, edit, I want to show you what the rules are. I'm in the green light buyer RT kicker. I'm in a neutral situation. I still want to buy stocks even though I'm in neutral. No search because I'm putting stocks in manually. My stop criteria on these stocks are 20% gain, 5% loss. The majority of these stocks are aggressive plays. I'm willing to take 20% off the, and what am I, 4-to-1 risk to reward? I like that. And if you think 5% is too little, then broaden it out. But I like, even if you want to put 2-to-1, 20% gain, 10% loss. But I'm setting this up for the people who type 3 about if they were just holding on in the market. This is more fish for you. All right, this is more fish for you. All right, and not only that, they're being managed by stops. All right, 20% gain, 5% loss. Notice that we have PAMW. It's down. Did we do that today? I don't think. No, we didn't. We already had it. And it's down. Once it gets down 5%, boom, you're out of it. The majority of the stocks that you pick, are moving up. Any sells this week? No, I got nothing to tell me that I want to sell this week. The market hasn't shown me that. If I go back to a market timing graph, I got nothing to tell me it's time to sell. All right. And if I'm not going to I'm trying hard not to go against the trend of the market. All right. So that's to answer your question, Michael. Can Joey put me where I need to go? I need to go here. Yep. I'm done. All right. I got to go record tonight's video. Glenn, are you jumping into Abercrombie and Fitch before earnings? You know something? I would possibly do that. Again, Jazz, the only thing that would affect me adversely is if they have bad guidance. But I think looking at the stock's going to beat earnings. It's going to beat revenues. The only thing that concerns me is forward guidance. All right. I think people have money in their pockets to spend. So I think a lot of these retail stocks are going to be okay. I think right now, and it's not like we're in the Christmas cycle or anything, but and again, the economy is not where the Fed wants it to be in order to start cutting rates. Akshaya gave me the scoop that we're going to get two cuts this year. I don't see it. I don't see it. But I'm just a guy. I'm not Jerome Powell. I'm not the one that makes that situation. Are we selling any birthdays this week? Why are you putting that up, Badger? Because I'm not saying nothing. Why are you putting that up, Badger? Anyway, doing great with Abercrombie and Fitch since mid-December. No cut this year. I know, Joey. Thanks, Glenn. Have a good day, brother. You too, 5 Mile. All right, so I got to go. People with money to spend from a credit card is a bad signal. I'm thinking that, you know who I think is, no, there was a reason why I needed to answer that question. The reason why, you guys know who's carrying the market, and I can't see the comments now. You guys know who's carrying the market. It's the boomers. The boomers are not the ones that have the exorbitant amount of credit on their credit cards. The boomers have been carrying this market for a minute. All right. You're right that the credit card issue is a bubble. It is a bubble. I've done a video on it. But it's the boomers who have paid off their houses, their vehicles, and all that stuff. They have the money to spend. Those are the people who have been carrying this market. The next big thing is going to be credit. It's going to be a credit card bubble. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. People are putting a lot of money in their credit cards, but the boomers aren't. The boomers have the money. So that's how I'll adjust that question. I got to go. I got to record the 6 p.m. video today. Make sure you watch it. It's going to be my top picks for the week for both U.S. and Canada. One of the few times I do talk about Canadian stocks. So don't miss that. Ryan put out a lot of great shorts. I think he put out 2, possibly 3. Support the stuff that we do. We talk about a lot of stuff. All right, I got to go. Even though I can't see dang it, Joey, I hate that you do that. Stop doing that. It's all right. Now I'm going to make you wait. Because now I got to go to YouTube and get the stuff. Since you want to take it away, I still got to look at this stuff. That's all I got to say about that. If you just leave it up there, we'd be fine. If you just leave it up there, we'd be fine. Dang it, now I can't find it. So now it's my own fault. I can't find it. But stop taking my chat away. I got to answer some of this stuff. All right. With that being said, folks, I got to go. All right. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. All you guys in Texas, please be careful with those wildfires that are going on. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks. See ya.